P6 weighted assessment is coming up. Can you solve this 2025 P6 math question? The question is, figure 1 is a trapezium which has a perimeter of 28 centimeters. Angle CBA is equal to angle DAB. The length of AB is twice the length of BC. And 7 such of these trapeziums and rhombus are joined to form figure 2, which has the perimeter of 130 centimeters. Find the length of BC. In order for you to solve this hard question, you have to understand this basic concept. So we have this triangle AEB where angle EBA is equal to EAB. So that means this triangle is an isosceles triangle, which means EA is equal to EB. So we also want to have this red line, which is the height of the triangle, because this will help us understand a little bit more. So the next thing is, now with this triangle, if you were to split them up and we extend the lines as what you see over here, then that means we are creating the trapezium ABCD where DC is parallel to AB, which is a property of a trapezium. Since the two angles DAB is equal to CBA and it's a trapezium, that means the side CD is equal to AB. So now the thing is that we will color this a little bit nicer so that it's easier to understand. And in the question, AB is twice of CB. That means AB is 2 units and AD and CB are 1 unit. And from the question, the parameter of ABCD is 28 centimeters. And in terms of units, parameter ABCD is equal to 4 units plus DC. So that means 28 centimeters is equal to 4 units plus DC. So this equation is important to figure out in our figure 2. So in this figure 2, let us just focus on these two trapezium joined together. So you see that if we were to zoom it in, we have the 2 units line at the base, and then on the side is 1 unit. Then on the other trapezium, what do you think this is? So if you guess that this is 2 units as well, but we have 1 unit, then this remaining side is also 1 unit. And we need to know this because in the figure, we have a lot of this 1 unit over here. And this is where we are going to add all of our 1 units in this inner figure 2. Then this is a rhombus. And since one side is 1 unit and the rhombus has all sides the same, that means every side of the rhombus is also 1 unit. Then at the top, we have DC. So that means this part is DC, this part is 1 unit, DC 1 unit, and so forth and so on. And if you were to count all of this is equal to 18 units plus 7 DC. So you could see that we also know that in the question, figure 2 has a parameter of 130 centimeters. So that means figure 2 is equal to 130 centimeters. That means 130 centimeters is equal to 18 units plus 7 DC. Since we know these two equations, then we have the last thing is we want to find the length of BC. And that means we just need to solve for 1 unit. As you can see, 1 unit is BC. So how do you solve when we have these two equations? So the thing is that we have 1 DC and we have 7 DC. So we just want to make the 1 DC into 7 DC so that when we were to minus, that we will get the units and we will find BC. So in this case, we can just multiply DC by 7, and that means we multiply everything in this equation by 7, and this is equal to 196 centimeters equal to 28 units plus 7 DC. And then after that, we can just minus these two equations. So we minus it. So we can just cancel 7 DC since they are the same number, and then we are left with no DCs. Then we just minus 196 with 130, and this will give us 66 centimeters, and 28 units with 18 units, and this gives us 10 units. Since we know 10 units is equal to 66, then that means 1 unit is 6.6 centimeters, which is the length of BC.